My husband cheated on me with my sister, but when I exposed them, my whole family confessed their own affairs and now everything's exploding in my face. I'm a 28-year-old woman, and I never imagined my life would spiral into something straight out of a dramatic reality TV show. But here we are. I've been married to my husband, who I'll call Mark, a 30-year-old man, for 5 years. We met in college, where he was the charming guy who swept me off my feet with promises of forever. Together, we have a 2-year-old daughter named Lily, who is the absolute light of my life. On the surface, everything seemed perfect: decent jobs, a cozy suburban home, and family gatherings every weekend. My family is incredibly close-knit: my parents, both in their 50s, my older sister Emma, 32, and her husband Jake, 34, plus my younger brother Tim, 26, who's single. We all live within a 20-mile radius, so news and drama travels fast. It all started about 6 months ago. Mark began acting strange, coming home late from so-called work meetings, constantly glued to his phone, and suddenly running errands on weekends. I tried to brush it off as stress from his job as a sales manager, but deep down, I knew something was wrong. One sleepless night, I gave in to my gut feeling and checked his phone while he was in the shower. I know it was wrong, but intuition can be relentless. What I found shattered me. There were texts from a contact saved as heart emojis, flirty messages like "can't wait to see you again, last night was amazing," and even a photo of them kissing. My heart sank when I realized he was Emma, my own sister. I scrolled back through months of messages, secret meetups, complaints about their spouses, meaning me and Jake, and even jokes about running away together. One text from Emma read, "Jake's so boring, but you make me feel alive." Mark replied, "Same here, babe. She's always nagging about the kid." The kid? Our daughter, Lily? I felt sick to my stomach. That night, I confronted Mark. He came out of the shower, saw me holding his phone, and his face went pale. "What the hell are you doing?" he shouted, reaching for the phone. I held it up to his face. "Who's he?" "Don't lie to me, Mark. I saw everything." He stammered, "It's not what you think." "Not what I think? You're sleeping with my sister. How long has this been going on?" He slumped down, head in his hands. "A few months. It just happened. We were at that family barbecue, had too much to drink, and one thing led to another." I was screaming by then. "My sister? Of all people? And you kept it going? What about Lily? What about us?" He tried to hug me, pleading, "I love you. This was a mistake. Emma means nothing." I pushed him away. "Get out. Pack your stuff and leave." He begged, "Please, let's talk about this. Think about Lily." "I am thinking about her. You're the one who ruined everything." I threw his phone at the wall, and he finally left, muttering he'd crash at a hotel. The next day, I called Emma. She answered cheerfully, as if nothing was wrong. "Hey, sis, what's up?" "You tell me," I said, my voice trembling. "How long have you been sleeping with my husband?" There was a long silence. Then, "Oh God, you know? Listen, it wasn't planned. Save it. You're dead to me. Don't ever contact me again." She started crying. "Please, don't tell Jake. It'll destroy him. And Mom and Dad." "Tell Jake? Oh, I will. And the whole family. You think you can do this and get away with it?" I hung up and called a family meeting at my parents' house that evening. Everyone showed up: Mom, Dad, Tim, Emma, Jake, and even Mark, who must have been tipped off by Emma because he slunk in looking guilty as sin. I laid it all out, showed the screenshots of the texts I'd taken, and told them everything. The room erupted. Jake was furious, yelling at Emma, "Is this true? You've been cheating on me with him?" Emma sobbed, "I'm sorry, Jake. It was a mistake." Mark chimed in, "Dude, I'm sorry too. It just happened." Jake punched Mark square in the face. Blood was everywhere. My dad tried to break it up, shouting, "Everyone, calm down. This is family." Mom was crying, hugging Emma as if she were the victim. "How could you do this to your sister?" But then things got even stranger. Tim, who's usually quiet, stood up and said, "Wait, before this goes any further, I have something to say." He looked at me, then at everyone else. "I've been sleeping with Jake." "What?" The room went dead silent. Jake's face turned red. "Tim, what the hell?" Tim shrugged, tears in his eyes. "It started last year. You were always complaining about Emma, and we bonded. One night at the bar, it happened. We've been hooking up since." Emma screamed, "You? With my husband? You're my brother." Jake just laughed bitterly. So everyone's cheating? This is insane. I was in complete shock. Tim, you're gay? Or bi? And with Jake? How did I not know this? Tim nodded. Bi, I guess. I've been hiding it. But yeah, Jake and I. It's real. Dad slammed his fist on the table. Enough. This family is falling apart because of all this lying and cheating. But Mom looked guilty as hell.
She whispered, I have a confession too.
Oh no. She admitted she'd been having an affair with our neighbor, Mr. Thompson, a 55-year-old man, for 2 years. Your father and I have been distant, and he was there for me. Dad's jaw dropped. You what? With that asshole next door? Mom cried, I'm sorry. It was emotional at first, then it turned physical. At this point, I couldn't take it anymore. So everyone's been cheating? My marriage is ruined, Emma's betraying me, Tim's with Jake, Mom's with the neighbor? What the hell is wrong with this family? Mark tried to pull me aside. See? It's not just us. Maybe we can work through this. I slapped him. No. You're all toxic. I'm done. I stormed out, picked up Lily from the babysitter, and haven't spoken to any of them since. That was 2 weeks ago. Now, they're blowing up my phone, Emma begging for forgiveness, Mark wanting to come home, Jake asking about divorce, Tim apologizing for the bombshell. Even Mom and Dad are fighting but want a family therapy session. Am I the asshole for exposing the affair and causing this chain reaction? Or should I have kept it quiet? I feel like my entire world is crumbling because of all this cheating. Update 1. Wow, thank you for all the comments on my original post. A lot of you said I'm not the asshole and to cut them all off, which I'm seriously considering. It's been a wild few days since I shared my story. First, Mark showed up at my door the day after the family meeting, flowers in hand, pleading with me. Baby, please. I messed up, but I love you. Emma was just a fling, nothing more. Let's go to counseling. I let him in only because Lily was napping, and I didn't want a scene. A fling? You were planning dates behind my back for months. And now I know the whole family is full of cheaters. How can I trust anyone? He got on his knees. I'll cut Emma off. I'll do anything. Think about our daughter, she needs her dad. She needs a dad who doesn't screw her aunt, I snapped. And what about Tim and Jake? Did you know about that? Mark looked genuinely surprised. Wait, Tim and Jake? No, I had no idea. That's... wow. Yeah, wow. Get out. He left, but not before saying, I'm not giving up on us. Then Emma called, sounding hysterical. Sis, Jake kicked me out. He's filing for divorce. This is all your fault for telling everyone. My fault? You slept with my husband. But if you hadn't exposed it, we could have ended it quietly. Now my life's ruined. Good, I shot back. You ruined mine first. She hung up crying. Later, Jake texted me, hey, sorry about everything. Tim and I. It's complicated, but we're talking. Emma's staying with your parents. Just wanted to check on you. I replied, thanks, but I need space from all of you. The real kicker came when Mom showed up at my workplace. I'm a teacher, so she waited in the parking lot. Honey, we need to talk. Your father's furious about my affair. He's threatening divorce after 35 years. That's on you, Mom. Why cheat? She sighed. Marriage is hard. Your dad was always working, and Mr. Thompson listened. But I ended it. Can we please have a family meeting to fix this? No. Everyone's lies are out now because of what Emma and Mark did. Deal with it. She left in tears. Tim hasn't reached out, which hurts because we were close. I feel like the only sane one here. Lily keeps asking for daddy, and it's breaking my heart. I've talked to a lawyer about divorce, but with all this family cheating drama, I'm paranoid about what else might come out. What if there are more secrets? Update 2. Okay, Reddit, things have escalated big time. I appreciate all the support, it's keeping me going. A week after my last update, I got a call from my dad. He sounded broken. Sweetie, I need to come clean too. Your mom's not the only one who cheated. My stomach dropped. What do you mean? He confessed over the phone. About 10 years ago, when you kids were teens, I had an affair with my secretary. It lasted a year. Your mom never knew, but with everything coming out, I told her last night. She's devastated. Why tell me now? I asked, furious. Because the family's imploding. Emma's a mess, Jake and Tim are. Whatever they are, Mark's calling me begging for advice on winning you back. We need to stick together. Stick together? Dad, you're all cheaters. How many more confessions? He paused. That's it for me. But Tim mentioned something about high school, said he hooked up with Emma's best friend back then, and it caused drama. I hung up. This is insane. Has every single person in my family cheated at some point? I called Tim to confirm. Yeah, it's true, Tim admitted. In high school, I slept with Emma's friend Lisa. Emma found out and flipped, but we kept it quiet. And now with Jake. I love him, sis. We've been together longer than you think, almost a year. A year? While he was married to Emma? Tim sighed. Yeah. It started as comfort, but it's real. Jake's leaving her for me. I was speechless. So you betrayed Emma too? This family is a cheating circus. I'm sorry. But maybe this is a chance for everyone to start fresh. Fresh? My marriage is over because of this. That night, Mark texted, heard about your dad's confession. See? No one's perfect. Let's forgive and move on. I blocked him. But then Emma showed up at my house unannounced, banging on the door. Let me in. We need to talk. I opened it just a crack. What? She pushed past me. Jake's divorcing me for Tim. Our brother. And it's because you aired everything out. You ruined my life. You ruined it yourself by sleeping with Mark. She got in my face. Mark pursued me. He said you were distant after the baby. I was weak. Bullshit. Get out before I call the cops. She left, but not before saying, you'll regret this. The family will side with me. Now, my parents are splitting, Mom moved in with a friend, and Dad's alone. Jake and Tim are officially together, which is weird as hell. Mark's still harassing me for reconciliation. I've started therapy, but I feel so alone. Lily's confused, and I'm wondering if I should move away. But there's more. Emma hinted at something bigger. She said, you think that's all? Wait till you hear about Mom's other affair. What other affair? I confronted Mom, but she denied it. Is there no end to this? Update 3. Holy crap, Reddit. I don't even know where to start. This update is from yesterday, and it's blown everything wide open. After Emma's cryptic comment, I couldn't let it go. I hired a private investigator, not for Mark, but to dig into my family's past. It cost a fortune, but I needed the truth. The pie came back with a report that shattered me. Turns out, Mom's affair with the neighbor wasn't her first. 15 years ago, she cheated with Dad's brother, my Uncle Rick. They had a 6-month relationship, and get this, there's a chance Tim isn't Dad's biological son. The timelines match. Tim was born right after the affair ended. I confronted Mom at her friend's house. Is Tim Uncle Rick's? She broke down. How did you find out? Yes, it's possible. Your dad and I were fighting, Rick was comforting me, and it happened. We never tested, but Tim looks like Rick. Does Dad know? No. And don't tell him. It'll destroy him. But I was done with secrets. I called a family meeting, on my terms, at a neutral coffee shop. Everyone came, Mom, Dad, Emma, Jake, Tim, and even Mark tagged along like he belonged. I laid out the pie's findings. Mom cheated with Uncle Rick. Tim might be his. Chaos erupted. Dad yelled, is this true? Mom nodded, sobbing. Tim looked devastated. I'm not your son? Dad hugged him. You'll always be my son, biology or not. But then Emma, always the drama queen, said, that's not all. Mark and we didn't just have an affair. I think I'm pregnant. Mark's eyes widened. What? You said you were on birth control. I was, but it failed. It's yours. I laughed maniacally. Pregnant? With my husband's kid? This family is a joke. Jake stood up. And Tim and I are moving in together. Emma, sign the divorce papers. Tim added, if I'm not Dad's, does that change anything? Dad shook his head. No, but your mother and I are done. Mark turned to me. This doesn't change us. I want you, not her. Us? There is no us. The meeting ended with everyone screaming. I left, went home, and packed bags for me and Lily. We're staying at a hotel. But as I was leaving, I got a text from an unknown number. You think you know everything? There's more cheating in this family than you realize. Watch your back. Who sent that? Emma? Mark? Someone else? Now I'm paranoid. Is there another affair I don't know about? Maybe involving me somehow? I can't trust anyone. What do I do next? Update 4. It's been 2 days since that disastrous meeting, and things are spiraling. Thanks for the advice, everyone. A lot of you said to go no contact and focus on Lily, which I'm trying to do. First, the pregnancy. Emma confirmed it with a test she showed Mom. Mark's freaking out, calling me nonstop. I don't want this. It was a mistake. Please, take me back, we can raise Lily together, forget Emma. I told him, you're having a kid with my sister. Go be a family with her. He cried, but I love you. This family is messed up, but we can escape it. No. We're getting divorced. My lawyer's drafting the papers. Then, Tim called. Sis, I did a DNA test. Results come in a week. If I'm not Dad's, what then? I don't know, Tim. But your affair with Jake. How could you? It just happened. Like everything else in this family. Speaking of family, Dad filed for divorce from Mom. He told me, I can't live with the lies anymore. 35 years, and she cheated twice that I know of. Mom's begging him to reconsider, saying, it was the past. We can work through this with therapy. But Dad's done. Now, Jake and Emma are in a nasty divorce battle. Jake wants full custody of their dog, they have no kids, and he's using her affair as leverage. Tim's caught in the middle, but he's happy with Jake. Weird, but okay. The anonymous text? I traced it, it was from Uncle Rick. He called me after I replied demanding answers. Kiddo, I saw the family blowing up. Yes, I slept with your mom years ago. Tim might be mine. But there's more, your dad cheated too, not just with the secretary. He had a thing with my wife back then. Uncle Rick's wife? Aunt Linda? This is revenge cheating? I confronted Dad. Did you sleep with Aunt Linda? He admitted it. Yes, after I suspected your mom and Rick. It was tit for tat. We all swept it under the rug. So, both parents cheated with each other's siblings? This family is tangled in betrayal. Emma's not done. She showed up at the hotel, how she found me, I don't know. I'm keeping the baby. Mark's excited deep down. You should be happy, a new niece or nephew. Excited? He told me he doesn't want it. She smirked. He's lying to win you back. But he'll come around. I slammed the door. Now, I'm looking at apartments out of state. Lily's starting to ask why everyone's fighting. Therapy's helping, but I feel like I'm in a soap opera. But the cliffhanger, last night, I got another anonymous text with a photo, me, from years ago, kissing someone who isn't Mark. It was during a rough patch in college, before we were exclusive. The message read, everyone cheats. Including you. Expose this, and see how the family turns on you. Who has this? Mark? Emma? If it gets out, will it ruin my divorce case? Make me look like a hypocrite? I never told anyone about that one-time thing. Now, everything could come crashing down. Update 5. Reddit, I'm shaking as I type this. It's been 3 days since that anonymous text with the old photo of me kissing some guy from college. I haven't slept, and Lily's picking up on my stress. She's been clingy and asking, Mommy sad? Non-stop. I feel like a hypocrite now, even though that kiss was before Mark and I were official. We were on a break after a fight, and I hooked up with a classmate once. It was nothing, but if it gets out, everyone will say I'm no better than them. Who sent it? I suspect Emma or Mark, trying to blackmail me into forgiving them. I confronted Mark over the phone first. Did you send that text? The photo from college? He sounded confused. What photo? What are you talking about? Me kissing that guy, Derek, back in sophomore year. Someone sent it with a threat. Mark paused. Wait, you cheated on me? In college? We weren't exclusive yet. You were seeing other girls too, remember? That fight about you flirting at parties? He got defensive. Yeah, but I didn't kiss anyone. If I did, you'd call it cheating. See? You're just like the rest of us. I'm not. It was one time, and we made up after. You slept with my sister for months. He sighed. Maybe we both have secrets. Come home, let's talk. I miss you and Lily. No. If you sent that, admit it. I didn't. But Emma might have. She knows stuff from your old diaries or something. I hung up and called Emma. She answered with a smirk, I could hear it in her voice. What do you want, traitor? Traitor? You're the one who exposed everything. What's this about a photo? I played dumb. What photo? You know. Me in college. Did you send it? She laughed. Oh, that? Yeah, I found it in your old stuff when I helped you move last year. Thought it was cute how you're not so innocent. Everyone cheats, sis. Even you. If you don't back off on the divorce and let Mark come back, I'll send it to the whole family. And your lawyer. See how that plays in court. You're blackmailing me? Over something from before we were married? It's still cheating in spirit. Mom and Dad will love knowing their perfect daughter isn't so perfect. I was furious. Go ahead. I'll tell them you blackmailed me. And about your pregnancy, how's that for family drama? She hung up. Now I'm paranoid. I changed my number, but the damage is done. Tim reached out via email, he must have gotten it from work. Sis, Jake and I are solid, but I heard about the photo from Emma. She texted me. Is it true? Yes, but it was nothing. Before Mark and I were serious. Tim replied, hey, no judgment. I've cheated too, remember that high school thing? And with Jake. But Emma's using it to manipulate you. Don't let her. Then Dad called. Honey, Emma showed me the photo. Said you cheated on Mark. Of course she did. Dad, it was college, pre-relationship. And you're one to talk, you cheated with Aunt Linda. He grumbled. Fair point. But this family's got enough skeletons. Maybe forgive Mark? He swears the thing with Emma was a one-off. One-off? She's pregnant. Dad sighed. Yeah, that's messy. Your mom and I are talking again, maybe reconciliation isn't impossible. I hung up. Everyone's minimizing their cheating while magnifying mine. I told my lawyer about the blackmail, and she's advising a restraining order against Emma. But now Mark's using it too, he showed up at the hotel with takeout. I know about the photo. It's okay, babe. I forgive you. Let's call it even. Even? You impregnated my sister. It was an accident. Please, for Lily. I kicked him out. This is exhausting. The DNA test for Tim comes tomorrow. If he's Uncle Rick's, that could unleash more cheating revelations from the past. I just want out of this web of betrayals. Update 6. The DNA results are in, and it's worse than I thought. Tim texted the family group, I muted it but checked, not Dad's. Uncle Rick is my biological father. He attached the report. The group exploded. Mom, I'm so sorry, Tim. It was a mistake. Dad, Rick, you bastard. You slept with my wife? Uncle Rick, somehow in the chat now, it takes two. And you slept with Linda in revenge. Aunt Linda chimed in, yeah, and that affair lasted longer than you admit, you hypocrite. It turned into a full-blown confession fest. Dad admitted his fling with Aunt Linda wasn't just revenge, it went on for 2 years, on and off. Aunt Linda said, we almost left our spouses for each other. Mom fired back, that's why I went back to Rick briefly. Tit for tat. Tim, stop. I'm the product of your cheating mess. Jake and I are done with all of you. Jake, agreed. We're moving away. Emma, this is all because, my name, exposed my affair. If she'd kept quiet, none of this would be out. Me, finally unmuting, your affair with my husband started this. And now you're blackmailing me over ancient history? The chat went silent, then Emma, prove it. I screenshot the threatening text and sent it. Mom, Emma, how could you? Emma, she deserves it. Mark wants her back anyway. Mark, Emma, shut up. My name, I love you. Ignore her. I left the chat. But then, a bombshell from Tim in a private message. Sis, I have to tell you something. Before Jake and I got together, I hooked up with Mark once. It was a drunken night last year, before his thing with Emma. We never spoke of it again. I'm bi, he was curious, it happened. What? Mark cheated with Tim too? My brother? I called Mark immediately. You slept with Tim? My brother? He stuttered. How do you know? It was one time. I was confused, experimenting. Doesn't count as cheating, it was before Emma. Before Emma? So you cheated multiple times? With family members? It was nothing. Please, don't tell anyone. Too late. This family's secrets are done. I hung up and told my lawyer everything. She's pushing for full custody, citing Mark's instability. Emma's pregnancy is progressing. She posted a sonogram on social media with a caption like new beginnings amid the chaos. Mark commented hearts, then deleted it. He's playing both sides. I'm moving to a new city next week. Therapy's helping me process that my one-time thing in college pales compared to this, but it still stings being dragged to their level. Lily and I are starting fresh, no more cheating family drama. Update 7, final update. Final update, I think. Or at least, I'm done sharing. It's been a month since the last bombshell, and I've gone no contact with everyone except Tim, sporadically, since he's the least toxic. Mark signed the divorce papers after I threatened to expose his hookup with Tim in court. He admitted, I cheated more than you know, there were others, random women from work trips, but Emma was the worst mistake. He wants visitation with Lily, but I'm fighting for supervised only. No way he gets unsupervised after all this. Emma had the baby, a boy. She named him after Dad, trying to suck up, but Dad's not speaking to her. She's single, raising him alone since Mark wants nothing to do with it. She texted me once, "This is your fault. You could have forgiven, and we'd be a big family." I blocked her. Mom and Dad tried couples therapy but split for good. Mom's dating someone new, ironically, not cheating this time, and Dad admitted one more affair, from his college days, before Mom. Full circle. Tim and Jake are engaged. Weird, but they're happy. Tim said, "We bonded over being cheated on, then cheated together. But now it's honest. Whatever." As for me, I started dating again, cautiously. I met a guy at Lily's new daycare, a single dad. No family drama, no cheating history, at least that I know of. But that anonymous photo? It surfaced online, posted by Emma on a throwaway account. The family saw, but instead of turning on me, most sided with me. It was before marriage, unlike your messes. Emma's isolated now. I'm free. No more explosions. But sometimes I wonder, if I hadn't checked that phone, would all this cheating have stayed buried? Probably. Ignorance isn't bliss, though. Lily and I are thriving. Thanks, Reddit, NTA, right? Or is it over? Last night, my new guy confessed he cheated on his ex once. Here we go again.